Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the untold story behind America's fastest-growing state to discover exactly how it became such a massive global powerhouse. You know, when we think of economic miracles, we usually picture distant countries or emerging global markets. But actually, there's a colossal transformation happening right now, right in the center of the United States. So why is everyone moving to Texas? It's literally the million-dollar question on the minds of demographers, economists, and urban planners. Every single day, hundreds of people pack up their entire lives and head for the Lone Star State. It's become this absolute magnet, not just for families and workers looking for a better life, but for some of the world's largest companies. But to really grasp why this is happening, we have to peel back the stereotypes.
When a lot of folks picture Texas, they immediately think of endless ranches, cattle, and miles of oil fields. But the modern reality is a huge contrast to that old myth. What we're actually looking at is a heavily diversified landscape packed with cutting-edge technology, global trade, and thriving megacities. It's a place where you are just as likely to bump into a robotics engineer or a genetic researcher as you are a rancher.
Section 1. Economic powerhouse. A diverse economy.
To really wrap our heads around this economic engine, just look at the sheer scale of it all. If Texas were its own independent country, its gross domestic product would rank right up there alongside the absolute largest economies in the world. We're talking about a scale of production, trade, and innovation that literally outpaces entire industrialized nations.
And this is the secret sauce for their economic resilience: diversification. Look at how they've balanced their bets here. Yes, energy is obviously a big piece of the pie, but it sits right next to massive slices of technology, healthcare, aerospace, and logistics. So when one industry hits a slump, the others just keep churning along. It effectively insulates the state from a single industry crash. It is, quite frankly, a masterclass in economic diversification.
Section 2. The rise of megacities. Urban expansion.
See, Texas doesn't just lean on one massive capital city to do all the heavy lifting. By dividing the workload across these interconnected urban economies, what's known as the Big Four, they've built multiple distinct engines of growth. You've got Dallas-Fort Worth acting as a huge corporate and logistics titan. Houston goes way beyond oil, leading globally in medical research and aerospace. Austin is the undisputed hub for tech and innovation, while San Antonio is exploding in cybersecurity and healthcare. This means they can attract wildly different global industries, all at the exact same time.
Section 3. Built by migration, population growth. Now, absolutely none of this corporate success happens without people, right? You can build the fancy offices and the giant factories, but you need talent to fill them. Economists call this the positive growth cycle. It's a highly predictable yet incredibly powerful loop. An initial wave of new residents moves in, which immediately sparks a massive demand for services. Think housing, schools, restaurants, hospitals. That demand triggers local businesses to expand, which means they have to hire even more workers, and that in turn attracts the next wave of people. But what actually jumpstarts that cycle? Well, when everyday individuals and big-time CEOs look at the map, the pull factors are pretty undeniable. Texas offers zero state personal income tax, which, let's be honest, is enough to turn anyone's head. Add in deeply robust job markets across multiple sectors, a central location that's just perfect for North American distribution, and housing that, while definitely rising, is still comparatively affordable relative to the major coastal cities. It's a highly calculated value proposition.
All this constant migration, it's built a remarkably diverse and incredibly young workforce. This is a population deeply enriched by a profound Hispanic heritage that goes back centuries, long before Texas was even a state, actually. And this amazing blend of cultures, languages, and backgrounds continues to drive the state's innovation, its world-renowned food scenes, and its totally unique cultural identity.
Section 4. Energy and Tech. The next revolution.
To see how Texas is actually future-proofing its economy, we kind of have to look backward for a second. The evolution here is brilliant. The immense wealth generated way back from the 1901 Spindletop oil discovery wasn't just squandered. It laid the hardcore infrastructure foundation, the roads, the universities, the massive ports, that eventually attracted mid-century aerospace,
the late 20th century tech boom, and now today's semiconductor and artificial intelligence revolutions. The past literally funded the future. Okay, here's a fact that absolutely floors people. You probably associate the state strictly with the traditional fossil fuels out of the Permian Basin, right? But surprisingly, Texas actually generates more electricity from wind than any other state in the country. No joke. Their geography offers these incredible wind corridors, making them a serious dual threat in both traditional and renewable energy.
So by mashing up that historic energy know-how with cutting-edge tech, they are actively positioning themselves to completely dominate the 21st century economy. We're seeing billions invested in semiconductor manufacturing, massive AI data centers drawn by cheap land and heavy energy access, plus huge investments in commercial spaceflight and battery storage. They aren't just participating in the new tech frontier, they are the ones building it.
Section 5. The price of growth, infrastructure pressure. Because, let's be real, rapid economic expansion isn't free. The main takeaway from this explainer is that growth is fantastic, right up until the exact moment it breaks the system. Pouring millions of new residents into a state pushes essential systems like roads, water, and power to their absolute breaking point. It forces us to ask a very uncomfortable question. Can the state's infrastructure actually survive this boom?
Right now, state and local leaders are battling a whole host of critical pressure points. As more and more people arrive, we're seeing severe traffic congestion turning everyday commutes into nightmares, urban sprawl eating up natural habitats, and skyrocketing home prices in tech hubs like Austin. And that last one is tricky because it threatens the very affordability that brought everyone there in the first place.
Then there's a vulnerability that's gotten a ton of press lately: the state's independent power grid, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT. Now, having their own grid offers incredible operational autonomy, free from a lot of federal regulations. But as we've all seen during severe winter storms and those blistering summer heat waves, this isolation means they've struggled to import emergency power from neighboring states when demand spikes. It leaves the system highly vulnerable. In managing water, it's a completely wild geographic paradox here. Over on the left side of the state in West Texas, they have to fight intense, arid droughts, which requires massive conservation efforts and building new reservoirs. Meanwhile, on the right side, along the Gulf Coast, they're busy engineering multi-billion-dollar flood control systems to manage extreme hurricanes and historic rainfall. It's literally one state fighting two completely opposite climate battles at the exact same time. Section 6. Looking toward 2050, the future of Texas.
The decisions being made right this second are going to totally dictate the state's trajectory. Experts are predicting that by 2050, we won't even be talking about individual cities anymore. Those big four cities are expected to just merge into deeply connected, massive mega regions. This future version of Texas will rely heavily on automated advanced manufacturing, a highly diversified energy portfolio that balances oil with renewables, and an ever-expanding commercial space economy to stay competitive globally.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Texas undeniably has the tools, the talent, the land, and the raw ambition to lead the world. But can it solve its critical infrastructure and resource crises before its own phenomenal growth becomes entirely unsustainable? The answer to that question won't just shape the future of Texas, it's going to shape the future of the entire global economy. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep an eye on the Lone Star State.